Yes, my people, UFC 317 has just wrapped up, and boy, oh boy, Illia Topuria. This guy is a bad man. He is an absolute beast, man. He's only gone and done it again. He's knocked out the third UFC legend. That's 3 in a row, man. Illia Topuria knocks out Charles Oliveira to become the new UFC Lightweight champion. Wow. Topuria is now a 2-weight division champion in the UFC, man. What a great achievement for Illia Topuria. I think he's one of 10 fighters that have done it in the UFC, so it's a great achievement, man. Listen, overall, UFC 317 was a great card, man. Do you know what I mean? And the main event, man, listen, man, it lived up to all the expectations. Listen, let me keep it real. Let me keep it real, man. I did not think Illia Topuria would do what he just did to the Bronx, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I did not think Topuria would slip Charles Oliveira like he did tonight. Like, that was crazy. Do you know what I mean? That was a crazy finish. I thought Charles being the bigger guy, if you saw them like at the weigh-ins and everything like that, even in the cage, Charles was just the bigger guy. I was thinking, yo, Topuria is going to have some trouble here. Do you know what I mean? Topuria is going to have trouble when he's pushed against the cage, and then Oliveira comes in with his long limbs and takes him down, and he might get some locks in there. He might try and go for submissions, but you know what? To be fair to Illia Topuria, he dealt with that, man. Do you know what I mean? Bronx did push him to the cage, did try and take him down, but then it was actually Topuria that ended up on top of Charles Bronx. Do you know what I mean? And even though Charles Bronx tried to get like the leg locks and stuff like that, it didn't work. Do you know what I mean? Both fighters go back on their feet, and you can tell when they're on their feet in the center of the octagon, Illia Topuria had all the advantages when it came to the striking. Do you know what I mean? He was popping that jab, sharp, crisp jab, and they were hitting Charles. Do you know what I mean? Like, strong. Charles was bleeding early on, but you know what? Yeah, the two-piece combo, the right hand and the left hand from Illia Topuria just ended it. Do you know what I mean? In fact, Topuria didn't even need a left. The right, when he connected with the right on Charles' face, Charles was already on his way down. Do you know what I mean? The left, just make sure he finished him. Do you know what I mean? And Charles Bronx Oliveira went down flat, out cold. And you know what? Topuria, in great fashion, he followed him down and just finished him off with two, do you know what I mean? 2 hammer fists. Do you know what I mean? Just to make sure he got the job done. But wow, man, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that type of finish, especially in the first round when both guys are still fresh. And you know what? No one's ever done that, yeah, to Charles Oliveira. Nobody. Do you know what I mean? He's taken some shots from Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. Do you know what I mean? What's the other guy's names? Chandler. I think, is it Chandler? Something like that. Yeah, Chandler hit him with some, Michael Chandler hit him with some bombs and he went down, but he's durable. Oliveira is very durable. He kept coming back, but not with Illia Topuria, man. This guy just keeps finishing legends. Do you know what I mean? First he was Alexander Volkanovski, then he flipping finished what's his name? Then he finished Max Holloway. Do you know what I mean? Then he's come up to 155 and he's gone and bloody flattened out Charles Bronx Oliveira. What an incredible fighter Illia Topuria is. Do you know what I mean? And what's next, man? Do you know what I mean? What's next? You know, I really want to see him fight Islam Makhachev. That is the fight. But obviously Makhachev is moved up to welterweight, so we might not get that fight now. But Paddy Pimblett came in the cage, came in the octagon, and they were going back and forth a bit of verbal. And you know what? That might be the next fight. Do you know what I mean? The UFC is going to try to make, because listen, say whatever you want about Paddy, but listen, he's got a fan base here in the UK. Do you know what I mean? And they're going to make money. They're going to sell tickets. They're going to sell pay-per-views. So the next fight for Illia Topuria to defend his new title at lightweight is probably going to be Paddy Pimblett. Do you know what I mean? And listen, that's a great fight. I think that's a good fight. I make Illia Topuria favorite for that fight. Duh. Have you just seen what he done tonight? Do you know what I mean? How can you go against Illia Topuria from now on? He's knocked out 3 legends in the UFC. Do you know what I mean? Not some Mickey Mouse fighters, no. 3 legends, like Hall of Famers in the UFC. Do you know what I mean? So I'll never doubt this guy again. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, overall, just an incredible fight. Again, man, congratulations to Illia Topuria. The guy's a savage, man. The guy's got power on both hands. And you know what? I'll never doubt him again. I'll never doubt him again. But guys and girls, man, listen, let me know in the comments what you thought of UFC 317. Do you know what I mean? I really enjoyed it. Where do you rank Illia Topuria? Do you know what I mean? As one of the greatest fighters in the UFC. For me, listen, man, knocking out 3 legends like that, he's on his way, man. You're gonna have to, people soon, yeah, people are gonna have to start mentioning Illia Topuria with some of the great ones. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's won 2 belts in 2 divisions, man. Do you know what I mean? Come on, man. How can you doubt the kid, man? Do you know what I mean? Like, the guy is just incredible. But let me know in the comments what you thought of the whole card. Listen, there's other fights in there that I was really interesting. Just to finish off, Cara France, he lost to Pantoja. Obviously, listen, I wanted Cara France to win, but unfortunately, every time he gets a title shot, he loses, man. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. He's like the bridesmaid, man. Do you know what I mean? He's not the bride. He's never the bride. He never gets married. Do you know what I mean? He's always there. He gets close, but it never happens. But unlucky for him. But listen, he can come back. He just went in there against a very great champion in Pantoja. Do you know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with that. But overall, great card. I'm glad I stayed up. Do you know what I mean? Here in the UK, the main card started like 3 a.m. Do you know what I mean? And I was shattered as well. It was a choice between watching the Jake Paul card or watching UFC 317. You know what? I'm so glad, I'm so happy I went with UFC 317 because apparently from what I'm hearing, the Jake Paul fight versus Chavez Jr. was an absolute stinker. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy I chose UFC 317. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, guys and girls, man, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate it. But listen, man, a lot of people, a lot of the viewers on this channel, you see me, you see Enzo, and I do a lot of boxing content. But trust me, I'm a big MMA fan. I've been covering UFC for years. I've been watching, I've been following it. Even on this channel, I've been dropping UFC content. Do you know what I mean? It's just that in the last few months, I've just been so heavily focused on boxing. But you know what? From now on, I promise you, I'm going to be bringing you some UFC, MMA, news, content, everything. Do you know what I mean? So get ready. I'm going to bring you more content. So all you UFC guys here in the UK, in America, all around the world, make sure you subscribe to EMGM Sports. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for watching. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. Also, make sure you smash the like button. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, like I said, subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.